Hey everybody, I'm John Granato, and that's Lance Zierlein. You can listen to us mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5, and if you haven't hit subscribe, please do so you get all of our content here at Sports Map Houston. One of the hot names around the Texans coaching search has been Jerod Mayo. Albert Breer says that one of the advantages of Mayo going to Houston would be because Caserio could help him fill out his coaching staff. Is that an advantage for Mayo or more of an advantage for Nick Caserio to handpick more of his coaches?
I mean, you hope it's both. I think Nick knows more people around the league probably than Mayo knows. I think that's fair to say. He's been around. So it might be an advantage for Mayo. I think anytime you're going to be a first-time head coach, you want to control as much of it as you can because that's your potential destiny moving forward, whether or not you get a second chance. Raheem Morris, it looks like, is about to get a second chance to be a head coach. His first opportunity was a flameout. You don't know if you're going to get a second chance. And so for Mayo to come in, I do think you want to have guys that you trust, that are your guys, that you know will have your back, that you believe in. The problem for Mayo is he may not know enough of them outside of his own little stable of, Patriot way. So it might end up – it's an easy low-hanging fruit for us to kind of take the piñata stick and whack at. But the reality is it actually might not be the worst thing in the world if Nick Caserio can help guide him through some of the pitfalls that come with trying to find a coaching staff. Yeah,
we had Adam Kaplan on this morning and said, hey, you may not be interviewing that guy. That guy may be interviewing you.
Right.
And Jerod Mayo is out there interviewing right now. And let's face it, there may be a lot more attractive jobs with better quarterbacks, with better front offices, with better owners out there for Jerod Mayo. And Jerod Mayo may be pulling the strings and not Nick Caserio.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting that when you get a chance, when this is your first job, you don't want – I've known coaching candidates and GM candidates who have said they absolutely will not take first job available. There's no reason to because you want to take the right job because you may never get that second chance. So if this is your first chance at something, it's not just about a paycheck. A lot of people think, oh, who cares? You get the paycheck and you're done. If you flame out, who cares? But this is their livelihood. This is their profession. This is the way that they – a lot of these coaches, I mean, it's a representation of who they are. They want to be successful like any of us do. And so they want what's best. And if you think about it in that context, this is why the Texans are no slam dunk to get any of the top candidates. They have weak ownership. They have a front office that wants to have their hands in more of what you may be used to than normal from a head coaching standpoint. And they got a guy like Jack Easterby in the building who is a slightly unusual character to have in the building relative to most organizations. So I think that I don't think it's a lock to your point and to Adam Kaplan's point. I don't think it's a lock that potential candidates are going to look at Houston and say, boy, this is where I want to go. This is my best chance to win.
You hear all the time, there's only 32 of these jobs, but guess what? You ain't going to get a second shot at it in a lot of cases if you're really, really bad. And Demeco Ryans is out there. A lot of smoke around Demeco Ryans. A lot of Texans fans would like to see the Texans interview him. Where do you think he ranks with all the other candidates that are possible here in Houston?
I think he ranks highly. I think he should rank fairly highly. Is he ready for this? I don't know if he's ready for this, but a lot of people aren't ready for the job. I know Chris Ballard told me he's done a good job as general manager of the Colts, and when he got hired, he said, I wasn't ready because nobody's ready for the job that you get if you've never had it. You can't be ready for it. You have to hit the ground running and learn on the go. So I don't really hold that against Demeco Ryans. What I want to know is, what's his personality? Does he have great leadership skills? Do players buy into him, and do coaches buy into him? And does he have the mentality that when the going gets tough, he creates a positive environment to overcome adversity? And I feel like, based on what little we know of Demeco Ryans, he's one of those guys that would fit into that category that I just mentioned. So for the Texans, I think he should rank up there. Does he need more experience? Yeah, he probably needs more experience. But you don't go into a first-time job ready for the job, because you can say you are, but you've never experienced it, so you have to learn on the move. And he strikes me as a guy that has the temperament and I think the talent to potentially learn on the move with the Texans.
My bar is low. I just want a guy that's not going to refuse a penalty on third down so he can punt. That is, Demeco Ryans, I'm pretty sure, would not do that. So he's my top candidate right now. Demeco Ryans, go hire him. He's not going to punt.